Look at me, I'm vlogging. Hi, hello. Today I'm in the countryside. I'm here for an FCA driving experience day. FCA, for those of you who are not aware, is a group made up of Alfa Romeo, Fiat, Abarth, Maserati, Jeep, Chrysler, others. They've brought all of their nicest cars along, and we're here on some beautiful roads, and we can just help ourselves to whichever cars we want, take them for a drive, have a go. Now, the main thing today is about... Oh, a hammock! Now, the main thing for me today is actually the Alfa Romeos. I've never driven an Alfa before, and this is going to be my first time experiencing that legendary Alfa specialness. We've got the Giulias and Stelvios here in Quadrifoglio and normal form. There might be a bit of a queue for the Quadrifoglio, so I might have to, you know, squeeze my way in, but should be good. Quick tour of the car park, because this being a press event, a lot of the journos have shown up in tasty stuff. Nice little DB11 there, lovely, blue. Ooh. Oh wow, that's an Alpina. That's really special. New one as well. Look at the pinstripes. Pinstripes make all cars 10 times better, little known fact. What else have we got? Well, there's a Fiesta ST, that's very nice. My dream daily, in fact. And last but not least, there she is. So grubby. Look at those. My wheels look like they have leprosy. Look at that. See? Real journalists show up in Alpinas. I show up in what's left of a Golf GTI. Right, car one of the day. My first ever Alfa. This is exciting. Right now I'm sitting in an Alfa Romeo Giulia Veloce. Veloce is the second from top underneath the Quadrifoglio. One of the Alfa PR people described the Veloce to me as the gateway drug into the Quadrifoglio, which I quite like. It doesn't have the big monstrous twin turbo V6. It's got a single turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, still talking, what, 280 brake horsepower? Ah! 280 brake horsepower. Ooh. It takes all of 15 seconds in this car to realise that you're sat in something special. Let me show you. Right, here's the car. Very pretty, very blue. Love the blue, by the way. You open the door. You have your seat. And you are greeted with the most perfect set of instruments I've ever seen in a car. This steering wheel is beautiful. It's leather wrapped, it's soft, it's thin as well. A little start-stop button here just to remind you that you're in something sporty. And look at these paddles. Can you see these? They go all the way down there. They're massive, one piece of aluminium. They are absolutely beautiful. I mean, this is supercar stuff right here, and we're in a 4-door family car. Look at these seats. How's that for a seat, huh? Don't you wish your bum was here? I think we better go for a drive. Alrighty, we're in an Alfa. The first thing I'm noticing here is how comfortable I am, how nicely made it is. The suspension on this thing is brilliant. This is a quick car. It's really quick. It doesn't make the best sound, but hey, you know, turbocharged 4-cylinders, they don't really, do they? It sounds fine. I think let's just oh yeah, that's it's really quick. It's really quick. Oh god, that Quadrifoglio is going to be ridiculous, isn't it? I don't know if I'm prepared for it. 30 minutes in this thing and I'm sold on Alfas. I get it. I really do. You don't get this kind of specialness in a big BMW or a big Merc. It's so Italian. It's got that same sense of constant specialness about it that little Abarth had that I drove a few videos ago, where the ergonomics of the car, the lovely wheel, the perfect pedals, the beautiful paddles in this case, they just add up to an experience that feels, well, it's an occasion. It's an occasion every time you pull on one of those aluminium paddles. Oh, they're so cool. Alrighty, just been out in that, the Giulia Veloce. What a lovely car. I'm actually really glad that I started the day off not in the Quadrifoglio, because that's a more realistic Alfa Romeo experience. Obviously the one with the twin turbo V6 engine is going to be mental. But yeah, loved the Veloce. The sweet spot of the Giulia range, as they call it, I can completely see why. 280 brake horsepower, plenty. Very quick car. It's not what I expected from what I've heard about Alfa Romeos at all. It's not like quirky but a bit plastic and rubbish. Just a really lovely car. Now we're going to see if we can get a little go in the big boy. the Giulia Quadrifogli. Alrighty then, I've now popped my Alfa Romeo Cherry with the Giulia Veloce and we're on to the main course. This is the Quadrifoglio. Quick reminder, double the horsepower that we had just a moment ago, or give or take, Veloce 280, this 510 from its twin turbo V6. I'm sitting in it right now, going up the lane. Feels pretty much the same as the Veloce, except I've got a bit of Alcantara on my wheel. I think there's slightly more carbon fiber in here, if that's possible. And also my start button is red to signify danger. Okay, bit of clear road ahead. Let's see what this thing can do. Dynamic mode on, gears, manual, drop it down, and oh! What on earth? It is completely dry out now. It was wet before, it's completely dried out now. And even with the traction control off, I could feel this thing just desperately wanting to light up its rear tires. It's a completely different car in dynamic mode. It feels sedate and comfortable in normal driving mode, and you put it into dynamic and suddenly it punches you in the stomach every time you put your foot on the throttle. I knew I was going to experience my first Alfa today, and what this is the most Alfa that there's been in a very long time. Everything I've heard about this brand, everything people say, the legends of Alfa Romeo, this car embodies all of it. All through the 90s and 2000s, Alfa Romeos were mediocre. And when people said they were special, to my understanding, they meant they sounded nice and had nice leather seats, but were rubbish and unreliable. This is just a really exceptional car. And the specialness, as far as I can tell, comes from getting to have your cake and eat it. I can't even explain to you how comfortable it is. It's such a nice car. It's so beautifully made. And then you drop it down a gear and it's a monster! What a time to be alive if you're a petrol head. The fact that you can have a car that looks like this and feels like this and goes like this. What the fuck? Me, that thing was fast. The violence of that engine. I'm going to be thinking about those paddles forever. Maybe I should get some installed on my car. Just not connected to anything, just to have, you know. Here's a really boring thing that I've learned today. Ergonomics are a big factor in making a car feel special. Well, what I mean by that is the steering wheel, the pedals, paddles, the driving position. That's the thing that makes you feel like you're sat in a supercar, even though there's 4 seats and a boot and 4 doors surrounding you. That's a really big deal. Even in the Stelvio, when you're higher up, you're being hugged in by those bucket seats. The wheel is so beautiful, the driving position is so adjustable. Alfa Romeo and Abarth do that stuff really well, and that for me is one of the big things of the whole sense of occasion that I'm always talking about with these cars. It's so civilized, it's so luxurious. You flip the button, it's angry. Wow. I'll never forget this day. My first Alfa Romeo experience. Cool.